cares about the first 25-pound lot that I recorded. I was able to sort them really quickly, as there was only 2 or 3 different chips in the whole lot. We get a 64 and a 128. Every 64 had that raised window area, and all the 128s were smooth. So I mean, I could have done it blindfolded and had the whole box sorted in 5 minutes. But I was super curious about none of them having a sticker, so I straightened the legs on a couple, and sure enough, both of them were blank. So I'm thinking the whole lot was blank eproms. How awesome is that? Really makes up for it being totally boring. I was right in the middle of cleaning some of these chips, and I thought maybe I'd just show how I do it. I just got a big can of acetone and then just a cloth rag, and this is the difference. I just wiped these off, and that's right next to what sticker residue looks like. I'll zoom in here for you. Give you a better idea how clean it comes. Since this doesn't work on plastic chips, or it would either ruin the plastic or at least pull off the silk screen. But on ceramic chips, you can use acetone with no problem to get the sticker residue off and to clean them up. It won't even take off the lettering or nothing. It's really great, actually. Obviously, it's only necessary to clean the window, but I like to clean the whole chip, especially if I'm going to resell them. There you go. Huge difference. And also sometimes the residue wants to stay on there, no matter how much acetone you've used. So I usually end up going back over with just a Q-tip soaked in rubbing alcohol just over the window part, just to get any last bit of residue off of it. Easy enough. We'll get the rest of these done here. By the way, I like to do this cleaning part before I do any leg straightening, just because it's kind of a brutal process and you can bend the legs. It'd be nice if I had some kind of stand to set the chips on, so all the force of my movement would be on the stand instead of the legs of the chip, but I haven't come up with anything like that yet. And speaking of leg straightening, if anybody knows of a good straightener besides the needle nose pliers, now I've found all the ones all over the internet that take a new chip where the legs are bent out a little bit and makes them straight so they'll drop into the holes on your PCB. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that will straighten crap like that. You know, I mean, I've found it where the legs were bent all the way up over on top of the chip and everything. If there was such a straightener that would not only bend them back over and make them straight down, but also make them straight this way, that would be awesome. It would save me a lot of time and effort. So if anybody knows anything like that, please let me know. Okay, I actually got a customer wanting to buy my 8 meg 32 pin chips. I think it's for a Star Fox SNES Repro. So I was gonna do a little bit about this, but I did get a new eraser for eproms. I have a very similar one. This is the one that you see all over eBay. It's super cheap, but the tray kind of sucks. And it's got this, I mean, it doesn't pull out all the way, and it's hard to get stuff in and out of. I mean, it does the job. It's got a timer and a switch to turn the lamp off. I think mine broke when I first got it. There was something about the timer, like it fell off or something. I don't remember what the deal was. It's very, very cheaply made, but it is super cheap to buy, even from China. Not really much to say about it, really. I just wanted something, because of all the eproms I got, I just wanted something I could erase more chips with at once. Is why I got this. This seems like just an ingenious idea. It's like, why didn't I think of that? But this lid comes off the top, and you still got a tray on the bottom as well, so you can erase top and bottom. And what you do is you just stick your eproms upside down on the top, and then you still got your tray down here for other eproms. And the tray is a lot wider and comes out further. But let's see, these are your 32 pins will fit in there fine, but 40 pins have to go in there sideways. No big deal, I guess, really, but same up top. You can get 32 pins in there long ways, just barely, but they do fit in there. It seems kind of strange that the tray and the top part are so wide, because I mean, I would never put an EPROM all the way down here. It's not going to get any UV light on it, so I would keep it like in this area. Even the tray seems just a little bit too wide. Like maybe you wouldn't want to put an EPROM all the way on the outside, which I haven't tested it yet to confirm or deny that it will or will not erase all the way out there. But this was, I'd have to look it up, I think it was like 30 bucks shipped. This stupid lid on top does not fit well at all. The tray is hard to get in and out. I don't know what's catching, and just seems like the actual opening right here is not quite big enough. I don't know. I think initially it was even harder, and what I did was loosen two of the 4 screws that hold the bottom plate, because it was like crushing up against the bottom of the drawer or something, and that helped a lot. But even the high quality EPROM erasers, I mean, they have a drawer, or they open up or whatever, and they won't do as many as this thing. This is supposed to do 18, but now that I really look at the bulb, I might trust it to do 12 or 14 at a time, but that's still a lot more than my other cheap one would do at a time. And you definitely want a timer on it, so you can plug it in, turn it on, and leave it and go away. The switch is nice too, so you can turn the lamp off to get EPROMs in and out without really having to turn it on or off. This one was a 220 volt, but they did send a 220 to 110 transformer. It looks super shoddy, but it's worked. I ran this thing once and it does work. But one thing I wanted to try to do was actually test some of these to see if they did actually erase. And I'm also going to try some video capture of my computer with bandicam, and I will start that now. So this is the program that came with my programmer, which I have a very short cord here, but it's a Willem EM. There's a couple Willem type programs out there. This one is a version 5.0B with a 32 pin ZIF socket. It'll do some PLCC stuff. The biggest problem is it uses a parallel port for programming, but it's also been kind of a benefit because I also have one of these cheap ass top 853s, and I'll get to that in a second, because this one has a 40 or a excuse me, not a 40 pin. thought it was a 40 pin. Shit. 38 pin, I guess. See, I know the 160s are 42. No, it is 40 pin. Huh. So I have my 8 meg chips are also 42 pin. I was thinking they were 40. I don't see these very often, so I don't know. I actually have to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Huh. 42 pin 8 meg chips. Well, that's crap. Anyway, this one has a 40 pin socket, so I don't remember what I was using it with before, but it's nice to have the extra pins on there for certain stuff. For the most part, 32 is all that I'll ever need. But I really do like having I would like to have a better USB programmer is what I should say, but there are things about this that I do like better than my parallel port one. First and foremost, dip switches. See this row of dip switches right here? You have to change those every time you put in a significantly different EPROM, or it won't work. That's why the big thing with the USB thing, or the USB programmers are, is they automatically change those settings. And I like the interface for this one a little bit better. I'll show it to you here in a little while. I think you switch back to the program for the Willem. Here's where it's WILLEM. It shows you the dip switch settings right here, and there's also the programming voltage setting right here. I think it's where it says VPP on the board, it actually says A18, address 18. But also another thing that you have to take that you normally wouldn't even know about is there is another it's not a dip switch, it's a little pin. What do you call that? My mind went blank all of a sudden. Anyway, on certain, especially the old EPROMs like 2732 and some 64s, occasionally the 128s, I'll run into it where I'll actually have to put this in the 21 volts to program it. Sometimes it'll even read okay with the 12.5. I think this is actually 12.75 volts. But when you go to program it, it errors out. I could actually even show that to you, but just another pain in the ass thing that the USB one does automatically. And the interface, when you actually choose, or you can choose chips a lot nicer with that interface than with the Willem. The Willem's just got this button, and then you go over, and then you choose a very vague list of EPROMs, and there are EEPROM and Flash and stuff like this on here too. Wow, this bandicam really slows down the computer. That's okay. Let's see if I can bring up the Topwind program. I don't have it plugged in, of course. So, with this interface, let's see, this is how you check for blank. That's how you write your bin file to the chip, verify it, but you can also just have this automatically happen if you just have these clicked over here and hit go. And there is kind of a select chip button here. I don't use this as much, and you can type in what you're looking for, and it kind of brings up a decent list. And sometimes it'll tell you the voltage, which is very cool. But I actually prefer to hit is that right? Run, select chip. Come on, select it. Well, this computer is not powerful enough to run all this stuff, plus bandicam. It's just a little bit different interface, but you know, for the same reasons. Oh, that is not even close to what I typed. There it goes. I have to select EPROM every time. But I like this a little bit better than whatever this button does. This is more like a chip tree. And if I type, let's type in something wildly different. Is it in there? I'm going to say it's not in there. I ran into this chip the other day. Oh, never mind. It was a it was a 27, wasn't it? 27W 256. Nope, still nothing. I was really curious if it was in there or not. Yeah, I can't tell if there's a date put on there or not. No, I don't see nothing. Well, anyway, I like it because it'll give you a list of stuff that matches whatever you're typing in. Let's do M27C800. There it is, ST. And what's great is you just double click it and it'll automatically, oh, I've never seen this before. It'll automatically configure the programmer for the right settings, including programming voltage. I've never seen that before. That actually, so there does exist a 42-pin adapter apparently. I might have to get one because I've also got 19 of these 16 meg EPROMs, which are also 42 pin 27C 160s. And of course I can't blank check them until I get a 42 pin socket. Same with these AMEGs, which I didn't really realize that at the time. I thought they were 40. So, most interested in blank checking my 32 pin 8 meg chips. Let's get rid of this window. Let's see if we can actually find 8 meg here. It is 27C. Yep. 27C 801. I'm not sure what PCB3 means. Oh, look at that. So I gotta take that thing out. And then change on my dip switch. I actually use my knife for this too. 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12. Fail. Since it's 8 meg, it may take quite a bit of time. Oh wow. I might have to skip way ahead on this. I think it's going really slow with that bandicam running. I'm going to try to close some other programs in here. Well, I don't think I've got anything in there I need to save. I better check first. Usually it does not take this much time. Or I should say, it takes a long time. It usually doesn't go this slow. But I think with bandicam running in the background recording the monitor activity, it might take some serious time. Definitely gonna have to skip ahead on the video. And yes, I have already tried to UV erase these chips, which it's not a very good sign that it failed right off the bat like that. I just hope they actually will erase and will program. I think I mentioned at some point how I wrote all zeros to the 8 meg chips that I sold on eBay. I regret selling them now. I wish I would still had them, but I did get pretty good money out of them. But when you erase an EPROM, it actually turns all the bits to ones. So if you write all zeros to it, you're changing every bit, and that's a good test that it will program 100% properly. So you write all zeros to it, verify it, verifying that it will program completely, and then you erase it again and verify that it's all ones, verifying that it will erase 100% correctly as it's supposed to. Now this is terrible. Terribly slow. I guess I could stop bandicam. Oh my. And now I'm getting a full percent every second instead of every, what it was, 3 or 5 seconds. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm already at 60. Past 90, 95, 90. Okay, this one is empty. I'm gonna put that one back in there. Just real quick. Huh. Nope, I got the 5% and failed. So I need to throw that one back into the EPROM, or yeah, the eraser. This one was a regular 27C256. You know, and the fact that it's got gold in it, sometimes that tells me that it's actually a 21 volt. And of course I got to change all my dip settings again. Let's see, 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9. my jumper back on VPP. It might actually read not empty. This one's been erased also. I wonder if it's got 27C011. I would highly doubt that. Yeah, I don't see it. I wonder if the USB or the top would recognize it. It didn't get the 27W though. Bring that program back up. What was it? It was a D27C. Oops. I wish it just had an all button over here, like the chip tree. No, I don't think I'm going to get... it's not even an NEC, it's an Intel. Let's get rid of that D, maybe. Yeah, it's not in here either. I'm pretty sure it's not serial EE or MPU or anything like that. Negative. Oh well. Still want to look that one up on eBay or something just to see. And we already did the 27W, didn't we? I got a 27W 402. But not 256. Also worth a look. Well, let's just do that real quick. Come on. This is just terrible slow. If I'm going to do this very much more often, I'm definitely getting a better computer in here. I don't know if I need a, is it maybe the video card is a big problem. It's only a 2.8 gigahertz Pentium 4. One gig of PC2100 DDR. It says it's got a 64 megabyte NVIDIA GeForce 4 MX440 card. I'm sure that's crap, but I think the computer's close to 10 years old now too. Okay, let's see. Is there any such thing as a 27C011 on eBay? What I like about searching on eBay, right there it is. 10 of them for $36. Was there any completed listings? What I like about eBay is you'll get people like UT Source that list on eBay. Yeah, that same listing sold, which I've only got one of these, so I'm thinking I'm probably not going to be able to sell one of them for enough money to make it worth my while. I might just throw that in the pile of vintage stuff. While I'm sitting here, might as well turn on the eraser for that Itmig, do another hour on it. It's already had 1 hour on it. Hopefully another hour will do it. The 27W 256. No completed listings. I really hate eBay's layout where they took away our ease of switching between completed and active. If there's nothing there, then those options just disappear. At least on the completed screen anyway. I don't know why they did that. Nothing active either. So it is on the active screen as well. There's no links here for completed and sold and active. Why not? Okay, so I didn't find anything on eBay. That doesn't mean they're not interesting. I like to look up data sheets for stuff I can't find any info on. Seems like all datasheet and datasheet archive are the two top websites for datasheets right now. And I'm not totally in love with either of them, honestly. Oh, looks like we have a match. Yes, mine is an M. There is an M in front of it. Can we get more specific? Another thing I like to have around is this 10 by eyepiece to help read some of those tiny numbers. Also spread some spit on there or something wet once in a while. Kind of helps with contrast. Now it's a 27W M 27W 256B, and possibly the next numbers are 80F6L. Which I'm definitely not seeing any B. There's a couple 80F6. Let's throw that B on the end of there and see if that does anything for us. I don't think we're going to get an exact match. Yeah, it's the Same results. I think that's all the results, isn't it? Yeah. What would be really cool is if I could start running into military grade chips, because for some reason you can find a military grade anything. All of a sudden it is worth 10 times what a normal one's worth. But I'm not keeping my hopes up for that. This is what I don't like about all data sheet. That right there should be the PDF. But it opens up another tab. Why doesn't it just open in the same tab? See, I've already got 3 freaking tabs just for all data sheet. Here we go. Oh, I'll be damned. The W means it's not a 5-volt EPROM. It's a like a 3.3. Huh. Learn something every day. We don't get that B in there. What happened to that B though? But yeah, it's an 80s nanosecond. I figured that part. It's definitely not a P-dip. It is an F. And yes, there was an F in there. It was 80F. Oh, what did I say it was? 80F something or other. F6L. Okay, temperature range. There's no other ones anyway, so I can't believe they would put that on the chip itself. Well, whatever. So that's fun. A 3.3 volt EPROM. I never would have guessed that. I better start paying attention to some of these, because I mean, I wouldn't notice that. I mean, I guess I would definitely look to see if it was a C or not whenever doing the programming, I guess. Just to choose between the different ones. I don't think there's actually any reason to in the software on the Willem. I think it'll program and read them whether you choose a 2764 or 27C64. I think it has something to do with the like maybe the C is CMOS technology. I think I read something about that at the top of the data sheet. High reliability CMOS technology, which I guess we might have to look at a data sheet for. Yeah, I guess I could have read that right there. Operates in read mode at supply voltage as low as 3 volts. That's super cool. I didn't know they made ceramic EPROMs that were 3.3 volt. Oh, fail. This is why I hate these data sheet sites. Sometimes they're just uber picky. See, one will have it and one won't. I think I've actually already looked this one up on Datasheet Archive. Yeah, because I already knew it was like a page addressed EPROM. 1 meg. 28 pin 1 meg EPROM. Weird. But this is, let's see, 13 pages. That might actually be. Yeah, and these are dead. That's another weird thing about these sites. You get all these different kinds of results. What the hell's a catalog search result compared to just a straight data sheet? I don't know. I don't get it. Bandicam, damn it. I end up buying a new computer just so I can use this software. Which I'm well overdue, I admit. I was using a 1.4 gigahertz up until a couple months ago. I decided to put the 2.8 into better use. It was just sitting there. Oh, come on. Here, let's try shut off bandicam. Yep, boom, right up. I didn't shut off bandicam for 2 seconds and then immediately came up. It is 5 volt, 1 meg. This is very interesting. You can retrofit it into 28-pin dip sockets by adding write enable to pin 27, which is unused on the 64 and 128s. Weird. So if that's true, apparently the pinout is exactly the same except for pin 27. Maybe not. Oh, right there it is. That's a 27128 pinout. I like it when datasheets do this. Instead of just having a pinout just for the one chip, they expand it out and show you other stuff too. 27513. What? But yeah, it looks like otherwise the pinout is exactly the same. Which I wonder if you need write enable. If you're, let's say you put 1 meg of memory on there, does write enable need to be high or low to read it? If you're just going to maybe page select has something to do with it. Yeah, this is really the gist of the plastic chips that were in the lot. There was 4 gals, and I believe these are pals. 2 of those, a couple ADSP 2105s. And there's a Xilinx chip in here. I tried to look this one up a little bit, but I'm not quite sure this is an FPGA chip. Maybe like a FPGA support chip. I'm not sure. I'm going to investigate this a little further. And an Intel MCU P8749H, which I actually have older ceramic windowed versions of. This is just kind of like an EEPROM version, I guess. And then there was an SRAM chip, 2128, which oddly enough actually has some value to it too. But I think the pals and the gals actually had a little bit of value to them. I don't really remember finding much. Let's see if I can get back in here real quick. Let's see. ADSP-2105. Yeah, there was listen, a couple others. Okay, mine is the KP55. It's a PAL? Or is it the PAL video standard? Surely not. Anyway, there's plenty of these. A lot of them are the wrong subset here. KP40. KP40, there's a KP55. 18 bucks. But the prices plummet pretty quickly. There's UT source on them for wrong subset. Let's see if we can find some more. Nope. No more KP55s. Let's see if any have actually sold here. KP40s. It's all KP40 stuff. Oh well. What about let's see, GAL 16V8D. Okay, yeah, there's like 70 active, but they're in large quantity. I'm going to shut this off and scroll down. Okay, this is the bottom of the list. Still, it's, you know, that's 10 bucks for one. Seems kind of pricey, right? And then I'm going to shut the bandicam off. Click on completed listings. And scroll down to the bottom and I see, yeah, still $9.12 there for one. Let's see. I do have a couple different subsets here. Got 3 25 LPs and 1 15 LP. There's a 15 LP sold. Oh, that's the international stuff. Okay, here we get into the bottom dollar stuff. 25 LP, $2. Yeah, so even all three of them probably not worth trying to sell by themselves. there's a 15 LP for $223. So let's see, this one. PL CE 16V. I believe it's an 8H. And there's 7 completed. For 18 of them, they got $36. Let's see, these are -15 looks like. And $2.50 a piece. There's a -15. Here's the bad thing about buying from UT Source: $4 shipping for 1 chip. Ugh. Terrible. I'm quite certain I didn't find anything on the Xilinx. The other problem with these PLCC packages is the pins are kind of screwed up on them. I'm not certain how easy that's going to be to straighten those to the point where they're reliably reusable, you know what I mean? What about the, I think I've already looked this one up too, P87 49H. Let's see, I've got one active for $35 shipped. None sold. So yeah, that's the right one. It's the only one. Here you get into the ceramics. I've got a bunch of these too. 8-bit microcontroller MCU is what I was trying to think of earlier when I was trying to say what that was. There was 6 of them. Yet 3 8751Hs, 2 D8749Hs, and 1 8748H. Well, oh yeah, this Xilinx thing. I was thinking XC4406. I don't think I actually come up with anything. Nope. Was that the active or completed? Yeah, that was the active listings. Also none completed. I don't know, I have to look for some help for that one. I wonder if is it the PC84C? Oh, is the PC84C the package? As in 84-pin PLCC? Well, I'm sure not finding anything. 4406 anyway. And that's crap. When I look for data sheets on
on the 4406. I think the only thing that I came up with was a catalog result, and I found something referring to the XC4406 as kind of like a companion chip to an FPGA. But nothing directly. Oh, what the hell now? No direct match. Yeah, here we go. Catalog search results. Only get a 2-page thing. Okay, here's the catalog result from old data sheet. Try to scroll down. There you go. It's a hardwired device. No idea. So over here is the FPGA that it is used with. I don't know. As far as I can tell, it's pretty worthless. If none have sold on eBay, then I guess we could try. Yeah, the other problem is none of these chip sellers have prices on the products. UT source? No. You have to request a quote, which is crap. That's why I like that they sell on eBay, because then you get a better idea of what they actually would sell for. I got a few ceramic chips left. I got an NEC D80, 86D, and you can see there's been 3 on eBay. This guy didn't even get a $5 bid, but this guy got a $10 buy it now with a $13 shipping. Okay. Let's see, what's a D2187A? More SRAM, maybe? Fail. It's crap, I gotta go all the way back to advanced searches to get back to active listing search. That wasn't active, huh? No. What the hell? Okay, yeah, there was 2 damn it, I'm on the wrong one again. Okay, there's 3 active. It's definitely a RAM. That's not, apparently not SRAM. 8K by 8. But apparently Nope, none have sold. Oh well. No big deal. And then we have an MC 6805. Nope. 6850 S. 0 active. And 0 completed. What about the MCM 4027 AC3? 2 completed. Oh. A lot of 25 and a lot of 18. Neither of them got bids. What about active listings? 2 active. $4 or best offer was $6 shipping on both of them. Just not worth that much. I'll have to put it in with the rest of my vintage chip collection. Oh, yeah. There's one more yet. MC 68705 P5S 0. And 0. Well, there's 15 completed MC 68705s. Different model numbers though. And then you get 27 actives. Anyway, that's a much too in-depth look at some of the rarer, interesting stuff in that box lot. There's some value in there, but not much.